All right. I'd like to get started by acknowledging our board. Um, First of all, it's just great to see everybody here. My name is Gretchen Garth, and I'm board chair for 21 Acres. And I'm betting that almost everybody here was hoping for rain today. Would that be the case for Washingtonians? You know, we've been having this Miami-like weather for the last 10 days, and everybody's been sweltering, and we're not used to this. So we're back to normal today, and hope it holds off a little bit longer. First of all, Claire Thomas, who I don't believe is here, but for the board members who are, if you would please wave so people know who you are. Claire Thomas is down at the Root Connection, just south of this property in the Sammamish Valley. She runs Root Connection, and that farm has been around for 25 years, and it was about 20 years after she started and had the largest CSA, Community Supported Agriculture, in Western Washington, that she realized she wasn't making any money. So that was just kind of the beginnings of some of the problem solving we're hoping to do on this project. So Claire's going to be helping us with how do farmers earn a living wage. That's one kind of goal with this project. Another board member is Dale Nelson, who's with Good Food Concepts, and he is the processor part of 21 Acres, where farmers were interested in value adding to products that farmers grow. For example, if you have a flat of strawberries, and they sell it for X amount of dollars. Well, if you put some, turn that flat into jam, strawberry jam, then they can sell it for like 4 or 5 times as much. So Dale's helping us, along with 70 of his clients, to figure out how do we do this? How do farmers, again, earn enough income to live by farming? Kathy from Banner Bank, she's branch manager for Woodinville, is not able to be here today. She's traveling. And we have another board member that will be joining the board, but we can't make the announcements till it's confirmed next week. But we're very excited to bring someone on for some of the additional phases that we'll be doing within the organization. I'd also like to introduce our advisory today, and those include Jens Molbeck, and he's helping us, making our business plans work. We have to wait 5 years. The Fruit Tree Society tells us that before we're going to be able to harvest bare root and sell. So, there's just so many things and possibilities on these wonderful 21 acres that many of you are helping us to get to. Also on our advisory is Judy Neldham. She is owner and of both the Grange restaurant, and purchased most of the food for that restaurant from her brother Luke, he's a farmer out at Oxbow. Most of you probably know him. And she also runs the Grateful Bread. I have a real problem with that one. I'm that generation I think most of you relate to as well. Yeah. But anyway, so she's been huge in helping us with our commercial kitchen, trying to get it to scale, trying to get it to be efficient and usable by farmers and community, to learn how to cook and make food again. Yeah. Brian Schiesler is another advisory board member, and he's with Trellis, and he's executive chef down there, and also a farmer at 47 Acres South, and he is a wonderful addition, just so refreshing. He cares so much about food. Dave Montgomery, he's a professor, and I'm not sure, Steve Dahl, you might know the
University of Washington.
Right, but he had a special designation at the university, and I forget what that was, but he's had somewhat of a sabbatical, and so he went to London for a while, and he wrote the book Soil. We had him, some of you may have met him out here last year when we had him at one of the farm dinners that we had. And then Eric Campbell with Cam West, who originally was going to be building on the property right across the street. He's a green construction president, and just they were unable to work that out, so we were very sorry about that. But so that's the advisory board. I'd also like to thank the members of the Human Links Foundation, who are why we're here today as well. My son, it's a family foundation, so my son and daughter are both on the board, along with good friend Judy Kershawn. Judy, let them know that you're here, who's been a wonderful support and advisor for a lot of years to help us get here today. She's a huge reason why we're here today, figuring out how we can put all this together. I understand, too, that we have some dignitaries here. I've gotten a chance to see Rosemary McCullough, who's here today. Rosemary, welcome. Thank you for coming. And Bob Ferguson, I understood, King County Council member, was going to join us today, and I don't know if Bob's arrived yet or not. Let's... Yeah, I saw Don. Hi, Don. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. And then Hal Hart. Good to see you, Hal. He's also with City of Woodinville. All right. We're going to be we're going to be breaking ground. We called it groundbreaking just so you had some sense for what we were going to be doing here today. We do have a tour at 11 o'clock for those of you who want more in-depth information. But we've gotten to this point after many years, as most of you know, thanks in part to the lead architect, Vince Carlson, and I haven't seen Vince here yet today. Nancy Henderson is picking up as well with helping us with some of the interior finishes that we need to make decisions on so early on. And then, let's see, Kirk. Where's Kirk Robinson, who's our project manager? He's just been a godsend. We decided to save money, and after we vetted through all this stuff, all of these systems within 21 acres are very unusual. And because of that, you know, we didn't know how to design them. We didn't know how they interfaced or just became a part of the building. And so Kirk, you know, having done a lot of buildings in the past, has helped us to get to that and worked very hard with estimators and designers and the architect and all the different parts to get it to make sense, somewhat financially affordable. And so thank you, Kirk, for all the help you've given us. And I do also want to thank Nick from Land Tech. He's been just wonderful. He's gotten the groundbreaking to where it is today. It's just been wonderful. So here we are. I think, you know, we've been through this design phase. Now we're starting construction phase, and I think a lot of us within 21 acres are in the we're in the building now. You know, we're in the programming stage, and to help us with that is newly started board member, formerly board member Dave Muehlheisen, who's now Director of Education. Hi, Dave. And also Holly Jensen, who's our Capital Campaign Director. So again, I want you to see who these people are in case you may want to talk to any of them after our brief comments today. So here we are. We're in the building. We're beginning to think about what's going to happen. You know, all the things that we've talked and designed for. Mainly it's a farmer's market, as I'm sure all of you know. Permanent, covered, so you don't have to brave Ballard's long winters, you know, or the University Village market. It's all going to be covered, and I should say that mostly because of the farmers. I mean, you know, they're just, they work so hard, and then to get up so early and to set up their stands, and now we're going to have a warm, covered place for them to sell their produce all year long. So that's one of the wonderful parts of what this is about. Classrooms, again, for many reasons, to teach, not just farmers. Dave's already begun the program. There's 22 students that are learning to farm, because we've forgotten it. We've really forgotten it in our commodity farming that we've all been doing for the last 40 years. So we're really excited about that, and bringing new farmers on to grow our food, and locally, and small quantities, and quality. And we don't need to get into the volumes and the pesticides. You know, we need to just take care of our soils and our natural resources, and, you know, conserve water, because we don't have very much of it left. And just to do things very differently, and that's what this building is going to give us the opportunity to do. So we just are very excited about today and this start, and that you're here to share it with us, and just ask questions throughout the day. I'd like to again mention that we will be having tours at 11 for those of you who'd like to learn more. And then also Michelle Lang has a new program that we're kicking off today as well that she was going to come up and talk briefly about. Michelle? Here she is.
Thank you, Gretchen.